Hey everybody, welcome to Noir Bar. Got the doors open and the fire roaring. It's very Christmassy in here. It's seasonal as hell. And joining me at the bar, as always, is Far. Far, how you doing?
I'm doing alright.
Yeah?
Yeah, tired, but alright.
Cool. We have a bunch of regulars, Green Badger Outdoors, Rich is here, Corey's here, Eagle's here, Bri Wilson, lots of great people. And Reject's here calling me names. I'm not sure if
And she's going to bed, though. So,
Oh.
good night, Reject.
Night, Reject. Thanks for stopping in and calling me names.
Yeah,
It's always
just
nice
like
to
old
have
times.
you. And BG's threatening to blow our door up. I think that's what I'm supposed to gather from those emojis.
I guess. Is that like,
Well, I choose to interpret that as, damn, Polly,
Yeah.
your stream's the fire. It's pure fire and a bomb. That's what I'm taking from that. I
whatever
appreciate
helped to
that.
sleep at night?
You better read my Polly Scrub comment. That's what I meant. And so, we, oh man, I got a bunch of different things to talk about tonight. Wandering Lisa's here. Hey, morning to you. An extra hot Irish coffee for Zombie. No problem. Yeah, I have discovered new alcoholic coffee recipes this season so far. I've discovered
Oh
I like...
boy.
What?
Oh boy. It's like more alcohol for the order.
Well, you got to figure
Oh
out some
boy.
way to get alcohol into your diet. You can't just drink shots all the time. The shakedown. Is Jack plan on opening a titty bar? That's what he should do. He should have
Oh jeez.
an
Wait, is
Asian.
it going to be like...
It's gonna
it's
be all
gonna be,
Asians.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like it's gonna be staffed by Asians, and they're all gonna have no tops on,
Yeah,
just wandering around.
it'll be an itty titty bar.
Oh no, what he should do is like have them all in like you've seen the bunny suits, right?
Uh huh.
Except no tops on the bunny suits. That's Jack's style right there.
I'm not sure you want a bunch of Asians walking around with no tops on, and
No, I don't.
The
I'm
kind of
just thinking
Asians
of Jack,
Jack
though.
likes, especially. Everyone's gonna
I'm
think
just
that it's like some kind of child's topless bar. It's gonna be creepy.
Well, it's Jack's style, and I'm supportive of Jack's style. I don't like it, but I'll support him in his weird, creepy endeavor of anorexic Asians.
Nice. And Vol Potatoes is putting the links in chat already. It's always greatly appreciated for my Streamlabs and for Far's wicked cool merch store. It's always
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you.
So we
Buy
have
my shit.
buy her shit. Well, no, I'm aware there's very busty Asians. I don't need to be told that. But they're not Jack's style, is the thing. No Hitomi Tanaka for him.
No, he likes the itty bitty titty committee.
Yes. That's why he's going to have, like, the itty titty bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. For men that are afraid of large-breasted women, stop by Jack's. There's a great tagline.
Yeah, it is actually.
Afraid of big tits? Come to Jack's.
Yeah, come to Jack's. He'll solve all your problems. And maybe give you 5 new ones.
I've ever had vaporitini, vaporized alcohol. No. I mean, I've heard of people huffing alcohol vapor to get drunk, but it's never even occurred to me to do it. It's
Yeah, that just seems like a bad idea.
Fireball and apple cider, Corey mentions. I've actually done that before. Because Fireball is a cinnamon schnapps, basically. It's like strongly cinnamony, hot pepper, kind of like so much cinnamon to the point where it's hot. It's actually colored
Yeah, I
red.
don't think I'd like that.
But when you mix it down with apple cider, because you're not putting much in, and you mix it down with alcoholic apple cider, it's got like apples and cinnamon. Oh man, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. So, it's a good thing.
Oh, okay. Good for you.
Well, we can cover a lot of different stories today. We got lots of... we don't really cover stories as much as we randomly, drunkenly talk about them. You know how it is.
Yes, I know exactly how it is.
Runner who slapped reporter's butt is banned from racing. I love reading the New York Post. New York Post is like... They're news entertainers, but they don't hide it. They just do it.
They just are.
Yeah, they just are an outright tabloid. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah,
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
we cover trash stories and we don't even try and hide it. They got a page 6, which is like celebrity and entertainment and food and places to go and see. That's generally what a page 6 is for. And their page 6 is just pure unadulterated trash. Where CNN and New York Times and Washington Post, they try and spread out their trash over the whole newspaper. Hopefully you won't notice because it's not concentrated in any one area. But that just means the bulk of their stories smell like trash. You know?
Yeah.
Now, normally, politics aren't very welcome in this bar. Because, well, they just start fights and, certain people, I think you know who I'm talking about, tend to get pretty self-righteous when they're talking about their politics. It's denouncing people left, right, and center as ists and phobes and stuff like that. But I can't resist talking about this particular story. And, hold on.
Boy.
I've got a new fancy way of sharing stuff.
Oh, yes. You're going to share it with me?
See, this is what's going to go on, chat. I'm going to share the story with Far, and then capture what I'm sharing with Far with y'all. And that way, Far and I are on the same sync, and y'all are seeing it at the same time as usual. So in other words, everybody's now all seeing it at the same time.
Yay!
Yeah, now this might explode in my face.
Yeah, we actually haven't tested this on a stream setting before. We tested this before the stream came up.
But I would consider it likely that this is going to explode in my face.
Well, no, you don't know that yet.
No, I don't. But I'm asking for your patient indulgence. That's what I was getting at. Okay. So we're going to talk about this story right here. Democrats pick Hillary Clinton as the 2020 frontrunner in new party poll.
Oh, God. This thing... Oh, shit.
I want to say this before we get started.
Oh, shit.
I am a time-traveling bartender, but no, you are not welcome to visit the past with me and stay here, okay? You have to stay in 2019. You're not allowed to visit the past with me, okay? I mean, in the bar you are, of course. You're always welcome here. This is 1942 inside this bar. But, oh, shit, everything went haywire. It went crazy far.
What, it did?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Hold on.
Well...
Let me just fix this. God damn it.
Okay. I see it on there. But I don't see it
but you should be seeing it beforehand. What the hell just happened?
Yeah.
This was working fine before we went live. Isn't that always the story?
Yeah, that is.
Okay, hold on.
Well, either that or it's like... Well, we had like 50 different bars pop up, but you know.
Well, right. Yeah, last time it was, I had to open the bar 4 times before we got a good one. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to do this again. Hold on.
Well, what do you expect? The bar is a bit temperamental sometimes.
Okay,
you know?
Now you should see it.
Okay, I see
do
it
you?
now.
Okay.
I see it now. Yep, there
Now.
we go.
There. Haha. Success. Okay.
Ha
Democrats pick Hillary Clinton as their 2020 frontrunner in new party poll. We have reached peak clown world, everybody. This is what the meme was made for. This moment right here, if Hillary Clinton actually gets the Democratic nomination, because it will be 2016, the year that the clown world meme began, and we'll have reached peak clown world in only 4 years. I
just also love, like, because we were talking about this before, right? And how this is kind of like a mirror situation to how Tony Abbott got in.
Go on.
Remember me telling you that?
No, I do.
So for anyone that's not really aware, there's the whole joke of Australia being like, who's your prime minister this very minute? We don't know. They change so often, and it's actually very true. They do change that often. But it started, I forget the fucking year, but it was a while back. And it basically started with Kevin Rudd for the Labour Party. He got replaced by Julia Gillard.
Okay.
But then, here's the funny thing though, and this is why it's kind of reminding me of this.
Oh, hold on real quick.
Yep.
Polly's Potato, Jesus Christ. My computer donated $5 and said, "Why do you hate me?"
Oh. well, Polly's Potato. He hates you because you're a potato.
I love that people do that. I told one of my friends that. I said, he goes, well, you're doing all this with your laptop? And I said, you have no idea the comedy of errors that generates. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, well, my computer's not exactly up to that. He goes, yeah, I know. What the fuck? So don't you ask it a little bit of it? I said, people actually hit me up with donations online in the name of my computer to mock me. Like, what does that mean? I said, well, you can put whatever name you want, right? And so they're like, Polly's potato, blah, blah, blah. He got a good laugh out of that. So it's Jesus. Okay, so you were explaining
anyway,
the musical chairs of Australian Parliament.
Yeah. So basically, right before the election, though, they decided to put Kevin Rudd back in because everyone was unhappy with Julia Gillard. And this kind of led to the similar situation, which I think is going to happen here, if this is true.
Uh-huh.
Because, again, it's the New York Post, so is this actually legit or not? I don't fucking know. But if this is true, I'm predicting right now it's going to end up the same way that election did, of where everyone voted for Tony Abbott, not even partially, mostly because no one saw Labour as stable, because they literally put the guy they kicked out in the first place back as their leader.
Right.
Like, this is the same shit, just in a slightly different context.
Yeah. I mean, look at her. Like, you got people in chat saying it. It's like, are Dems retarded? Like, you got to be kidding me. And you got RJ saying, did they really pick her? No, just in a poll. And that's the idea. It's like, a new poll of registered Democrats has Hillary Clinton as their top choice for the 2020 Democratic Party presidential nomination, and she's not even running. Really?
Okay. Stopped.
She's constantly testing the waters in a way where if you're a failed presidential candidate, you tend to not constantly put yourself in the news over and over and over again, and Hillary Clinton is. This is having an exploratory committee, getting interviews for you, putting books out, like the book that she did with her daughter, Chelsea Clinton, and then constantly doing book promotional tours where you're talking about nothing but domestic and foreign politics the way that somebody who was running for the presidency would be, as if they were promoting the planks in their campaign. Yeah, Hillary Clinton's checking all those boxes. So it's like, is she actually running? She's testing the waters to see if she's running. Anybody can tell that from the way that she's acting. And I guess according to this poll, people are actually interested in this. The online Harris Poll survey, released by the Center for American Political Studies at Harvard, found that Clinton placed first with 21% of the vote, followed closely by Vice President Biden at 20%, and then everybody else all the way down. It polled 859 voters and was conducted between November 27th and 29th of this year. Well, pollsters also surveyed respondents without Clinton in the race, and Biden came out first. What's going on here is that I'd be willing to bet that it was the Clinton Foundation and her exploratory committee that funded that research to begin with. Again, to get the story in newspapers, to get the talk out there. This is exactly what exploratory committees do. They get you on late night talk shows where, etc., where they plant the question with the host and they say, hey, you should, Hillary Clinton's coming on and a lot of people are asking her if she's going to run. You should ask her about that. She's going to have a great answer for you. That kind of thing. Her handlers deal with all of that in advance before she even gets there. Hillary Clinton has said twice now in the past week and a half, when on stage in front of a lot of people, it's like, so are you running again? She was asked, or words to that effect. And she says, so many people are asking me and pushing me to run. So many people. And it's like,
who?
Yeah,
literally who?
Exactly. Who?
Holy fuck.
But they don't ask the follow-up question. It's just like, oh my God, it's a grassroots groundswell to get Hillary Clinton back in office. It's like, no, it's not. Yeah, and Green Badger said it, but it is her turn. Yeah, she missed her turn because of Russian interference. That's the only reason. She deserves a legitimate shot at it. Like, really? This is clown world, guys. Peak clown world.
But again, like, let's say she did actually run, I'm willing to bet it's the same situation of Kevin Rudd and Tony Abbott, Yeah,
look at
it. Push more people towards Trump.
Yeah, look at this.
Because this is so fucking dumb.
Well, it will. If anybody voted for Trump because Trump wasn't Hillary Clinton, more people are going to do it this time.
Yeah, because it's so obvious what they're trying to do. Either that or it's like, again, like I said before the stream, Are you really that fucking desperate that you're getting Hillary Clinton?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Well, yeah. Which is depressing, but I'm willing to take that black pill.
Ryan Walter says it's her U-turn. Exactly. She failed and busted a U, came around to do it over again. Clinton has repeatedly said she's not running for president again. A while back, she said that. Though she did tell the UK's Graham Norton show over the weekend that she's been deluged with pleas to run once more. Quote, I have to make up my mind really quickly, she said, because it's moving very fast. There it is. It's like you say you're not running, but you have to make up your mind about what? If you're not running again, what are you possibly making your mind up about? And the answer is...
Yeah, that is really confusing.
You're a fucking liar. You goddamn well know you're contemplating running again.
Yeah.
Just,
oh, God.
Let's just look at her face for a second. No, Grandma. No. Okay? No.
No.
Just no.
You know what? They would have more chance of actually winning if they had Biden as their front runner.
Of course they
Which
would.
is sad, considering the dude is the same guy that's like, what, sniffing people's hair and sucking people's fingertips or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Telling people that fucking corn pop and all that's like, saying like, yeah, they're like cockroaches and shit like that. Like,
But it's important to remember, even though Fox News is the most consumed cable news network by a long shot, people are always talking about, oh, MSNBC supplanted CNN as the most watched cable news, the second most watched cable news network. That's true. CNN did get pushed out of the second spot, which they were at for a while, and now they're in third. But Fox is, as number one, is so dramatically far ahead of MSNBC. You know what I mean? And notice that they keep saying when they talk about those, look up the ratings yourself online if you don't believe me. You'll only see that under, first, second, and third under cable news networks, not cable programming period, no matter what it is. Because under cable programming period, Fox is still number one. CNN didn't break the top 10. The top 10. And yes, Mr. Ed on Nick at Night, the Talking Horse show far? Hello?
what?
Did you know that there's an old-timey black and white show called Mr. Ed about a talking horse?
I think I might have vaguely heard about this, but this is like, okay.
It's a corny old show that was, they just give the horse like peanut butter or whatever, so it would like move its mouth. And then somebody would do voiceover for it. And that was Mr. Ed, the talking horse. And that's what the entire show was based around. Look, it was just,
Yeah, I think I have heard of this.
okay, it's like some dumb show from the 50s. And they play it on Nick at Night. That show regularly beats Don Lemon in the ratings.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Fucking wow.
Yeah, a 50-year-old show about a talking horse beats you, Don Lemon. Because that's who he's up against is in his time slot.
That's really fucking sad.
Yeah.
That is really sad. Holy fuck.
It's and Eagle says, love Mr. Ed. Yeah, I mean it's one of those older shows that, you might have watched when you were a kid on reruns or whatever, like I Dream of Jeannie or Leave It to Beaver. Those are the black.
Yeah, I remember I Dream.
Yeah, those are the old shows that they tend to show on Nick at Night. Mr. Ed is one of them, and it happens to be what Don Lemon Tonight is up against in that time slot, and it beats him in the ratings.
Oh, jeez. If you're being beaten by a horse, it's time to rethink your life decisions.
Well, you would think that CNN would, like, Jesus, we are getting destroyed. And most of our ratings come from the fact that we've got contracts with airports, exercise rooms, hotel lobbies. That's what they play on the TVs they have there is CNN. Now, imagine if they did...
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I remember seeing when I was over there. Just on everything, it would be CNN and be me going, oh, Lord.
Yeah. Volpotato says, are you having a stroke? That couldn't be a real show, right? What, Mr. Ed?
If there's a show that exists where, for the same time period, where, like, a dude's mom dies and reincarnates as his fucking car, then yeah, I'm pretty sure the horse show exists.
Yeah. My Mother the
Just
Car.
saying.
That was a real show, guys. My Mother
She's
the Car.
the car.
Jesus. And yeah, he talks to the car, and the car will. If you've never seen it, you can look it up on YouTube. It's simply called "My Mother the Car."
Yeah, my mother the car.
Yeah,
this is a real thing. Like,
and he'll ask her questions, and it'll like
that's-
flash its lights to answer, or honk its horn, or move its wipers, or whatever. It's as the guy's mother dies and is reincarnated as his car.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like that exists. Cop rock exists. Like, really, if there's a weird concept out there, someone's probably made a fucking show about it.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Like, really, it's not that inconceivable.
So yeah, we don't like to talk about politics in the bar too much. This is a rare exception because
because this is so fucking dumb.
I'm just telling you guys, no,
Whoa.
you can't stay in the past with me. You're not allowed. You have to live in 2019. I know you don't want to, but hey, that's
yeah. Apparently, even I have to return home at the end of the day, so there's no exceptions. Apparently,
I'm the only one that can escape to the past.
exactly. It's sad, but you know what? Fine. Otto wants his privacy in his fucking bar. Fine.
No, we were talking about Clown World, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's.
Great. Wait, what?
Yeah, let's talk about this one.
What?
Taco Bell worker swung machete at drive-through customers, say the cops.
Oh my god. You know what? I'm suddenly glad that I have this up. I probably should get this chat up on my phone or something because it's getting a bit weird switching between the two. But, oh my god. I'm suddenly glad that you had this idea of, yeah, why don't we just screen share the fucking window?
Yeah, we can get this going on.
Yeah.
It's man, my CPU's running extra hot right now. It's like up at like 95%.
Is it?
Yeah. So this is why the potato fund exists, everybody.
Yeah, it's time to replace it. So it really starts at running at 85%, right?
That's right. Oh man, I'd love to be able to run all the things at once.
Yeah.
Which is just really not that much compared to how demanding games are of system resources. Like I would be able to I don't even have minimum system requirements to run most games on Steam. Well, I don't know about most. There's some pretty simple games, but like Red Dead Redemption 2? No, never. Nope. I mean, Bob Potato asks, so I grew up watching that car show. No, I did not. I didn't know it was a thing until about a month ago. So let's read about the Taco Bell worker swinging. I mean, this Damian Marley looking guy. Let's just.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. This is just okay. Yeah. Let's continue. I want to know what the fuck happened here.
A Taco Bell worker in Texas allegedly had a customer running for his safety instead of the border. Love you, New York Post. You're so bad.
Instead of the border. Whoa.
That used to be, no, hold on, just so you know, that used to be the tagline of Taco Bell: "Run for the border."
Oh my god.
Like run and get yourself a taco, run for the border. So
yeah, they decided to go with that shit.
Yeah, they decided to go with a really bad pun. Hey, BG, that's cold, man. I see what you did there. Flaming potato. That's cold.
But accurate.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's a hot potato, Polly. You gotta pass the problem on to someone else.
So he had this guy running for his safety instead of the border after threatening him with an 18-inch machete in a drive-through lane. Samuel Baptiste Hermet, 21, is facing charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon after a man told Austin cops he swung the weapon at his truck as he ordered food on Sunday at the Austin American Statesman reported. Okay, that's the local newspaper. I get it. Can you not hear? The male customer replied to Hemet after he asked the man what he wanted to order several times, according to an arrest affidavit. Why don't you pull up and I'll show you what I have for you? Hemet told the man after cursing him out, the customer told the police. Hemet was waiting for the customer at the cashier window while holding a black machete and spewing expletives.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
so is the guy swinging the machete the guy working there?
That's right.
Is that what I'm? Oh my god!
So the guy's at
oh my god.
He's on his little headset and he can't understand what the guy's ordering. The guy's like, I want like a number 3 combo, whatever. And he's like, I can't understand what you're saying. He's asking him to repeat it. And eventually he gets mad and he's cussing at him. He says, why don't you pull up to the window and I'll show you what I got for you? And when the guy pulls up to the window, he's got a fucking machete waiting for him.
Oh my god. You know what? You remember the lady that like did a attempted not even an attempted robbery, like a robbery because fries were cold?
That's right. Yeah, she shot the place up. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. Her and this guy should get together. You know, and they'd be like the worst couple ever. You know, that the dude being like, bitch, I just made your fries. Her being like, they're too cold. You know, she pulls out her gun. He pulls out his machete. It'd be fun times.
See, I mean, Ebony Williams, she said to Becca, I will be very wary of fast food workers. It's a sad thing when, okay, good, this is a fast food worker at Taco Bell, of all places, that see, I think we've skipped over a central point here. Why the fuck did you bring a machete with you to work?
No, yeah, that was my next question, to be quite honest. Of like, okay, so first of all, you're unstable. Cool.
Right.
Second of all, how the fuck did you manage to sneak a machete into a Taco Bell?
Well, I could get a machete into a Taco Bell. That's getting it in.
Yeah, but I mean, like, as an employee, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's one thing to get it in as someone that's just eating there, but employees have to put their bags somewhere. And machetes aren't exactly small.
Well, they're not.
So,
I mean, it's
so you could bring it in, like, a giant-ass bag.
You could just wrap your jacket around it and walk in with it. I mean...
I guess, but still, it would be very suspicious looking either way.
Yeah, I mean...
It just does raise that question of, like, how?
Hold on, really quick. Evolved Potato, thank you for the tip, $5. Hurry up and get a better PC, Polly. I want you to get that Black Sad game so you can stream it. Also, I found out that Black Sad is a graphic novel. Look it up. It's pretty cool animal noir. Do you remember me talking about that far? Evolved Potato put me onto this detective noir game called Black Sad. It looks pretty slick, I'm not gonna lie. There's a bunch of games I want to play for like when I get a better computer, and it seems every one of them is like a mood genre game. They're either a Western game.
That sounds about right.
Why does that sound right?
Because that just seems like right up your alley.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. A bunch of Western games. There's like the Red Dead 1 and 2, definitely. And that Juarez, Six Gunner, Call of Juarez, I think it's called. Saw it on Razorfist Arcade. That game looks like a lot of fun. Simple, but fun. And then a bunch of noir games I want to play. I've never played LA Noir, guys, but I've seen some playthroughs. I want to play that, man. And this Black Sad, too. Oh, and when I get a better computer, I can finally play that 1997 point-and-click Blade Runner game.
Nice.
Yeah. I looked at the system requirements, and it meets the system requirements, but it's going to be... I'm going to game when I get everything together and better. You know what sucks, though? There isn't an optimized version of it on GOG. So it's... You really should be running it on Windows 98. I don't know what's going to happen when I try and run a fucking point-and-click adventure from 97 that hasn't been optimized for Windows 10. Can you imagine?
Yeah, because that's exactly what I do when I try to get old shit to work on this.
Bruce Willis it between the shoulder blades.
Oh, God.
Sinatra says, okay, so far you've never seen one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time, Die Hard?
No.
Okay, that's what Sinatra's and Chatty stumbled into the bar here. And there's a point at the end of Die Hard where the Bruce Willis has a gun taped to the center of his back. So he comes out with his hands up looking like he's going to surrender. But John McClane don't surrender. He's ready for action.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he could just reach up behind his back and pull the gun out. So that's what he's suggesting, is that he could just tape the machete to his back.
He's going to tape the machete to... Okay.
Well, are you dedicated or not?
Well, I'm sorry. I've never worked at a fast food place and thought, yes, I'm going to bring my fucking machete to work.
Wait a minute. Evolved Potato says Red Dead and Red Dead 2 aren't on PC. Isn't he wrong on both counts? Didn't Red Dead 2 just come out on PC like 2 months ago, and Red Dead 1's always been on PC?
I wouldn't have a clue. Those aren't my games.
Like, I might be incredibly
I don't deal with them.
misinformed, but
I know Red Dead 2 wasn't on PC for a very long time. So that might be where he's coming from, but I don't know.
And Eagle's right. We know what movie you're going to be watching this Christmas tide season.
Great.
Well, you haven't seen Scrooged either, have you? With Bill Murray?
What the fuck is that?
It's... chat. She hasn't seen Scrooged either. It's Bill Murray doing Charles Dickens' classic, A Christmas Carol, but done, like, modernly, with him as Ebenezer Scrooge, or in that role.
Okay.
It's a delightful comedy that has the spirit of the season far.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let's find out the remainder of what this upstanding citizen did.
Yeah, he is such a great citizen, upstanding.
Hammett was waiting for the customer.
To the letter.
Yeah. Hammett was waiting for the customer at the cashier window while holding his black machete and spewing expletives, the customer said. The confrontation kept escalating. I don't know why it would escalate.
I wonder why. Fucking machete in his hand? Yeah, escalation. Doesn't seem plausible at this point. Not at all.
The confrontation kept escalating until Hammett swung at the customer's truck, twice striking it on the driver's side mirror. Hammett then stashed the machete in a dumpster after the man drove off, surveillance footage shows. Hammett later admitted... So what did he do? Like, he jumped through the window to go store it in a...
What was he like expecting to do? Like, was he aiming to hit the guy or just his fucking truck?
That's the question. Was he just trying to destroy the guy's... Like, do some damage to show he was serious, or was he swinging at the guy and just happened to hit the... Well... Hammett later admitted to investigators that he brandished the machete and swung it at the man's truck. The weapon was found inside the large trash bin, according to the affidavit. Hammett had grabbed the machete from a break room just prior to the attack. What? Thank you for the tip of a potato. Okay, Red Dead Revolver and the first Red Dead game, as well as Red Dead Redemption, both aren't on PC. Red Dead Redemption 2 is. Oh, okay. There you go. So 2 is, priors are not.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. What the fuck y'all have a fucking machete in your break room for?
Yeah, that is actually a really good question. Holy fuck.
Hammett had grabbed the machete during a break. He remained in jail Monday at the Travis County Correctional Complex on $15,000, 15 grand bond. It's unclear if he hired an attorney. You can't come up with $1,500 to get outside of jail. I mean, bonds are like generally 10%, especially in Texas. The guy can't come up with $1,500 to get out of jail far after swinging a fucking machete at somebody. You're only in there on 15 grand, so you must not have had priors if they only gave you 15,000 bond. But you only need 10% of that to get out. What are you doing? Well, I guess you're working at Taco Bell. Doesn't look like a very wealthy man.
No, it doesn't seem very profitable.
I don't know, man. So who are you supposed to be afraid of? There's a question. You got people shooting up Taco Bells because the fries are cold. Or, no, that was a Burger King. That was a Burger King.
Burger King, right?
Yeah. You got people shooting up fucking Burger Kings because the fries are cold. And then somebody says, fuck it, I'll put some new ones down for you. So you pull out a gun and decide to rob the place. Then you got other people at Taco Bell swinging machetes at you because the fucking speaker at the drive-thru isn't working properly and they've got a massive temper problem. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's... Again, it's clown world, you know? You've got Hillary Clinton seemingly trying to worm her way back into being relevant. And then you've got this happening. Like, holy fuck, man.
She says, fucking hell, Polly, we can't all afford guns, man. I'm not suggesting that the man at the Taco Bell drive-thru should have been armed with a firearm. That's the last thing I want. I don't want this Damien fucking Marley looking fool to have a gun. Jesus.
Yeah, he seems like the last person that needs a fucking gun. You know?
Well, there's a good question. Lee Lancaster says bond is 10% of the bail. So he's sitting in there on $15,000 bond. Meaning he'll be able to be... He was actually put in there under $150,000 bail, and the bond's only 15 grand, or it's the other way around. He could be bond...
I don't know how these things work. I've never gone to jail.
Because, well, no, if you're getting a $15,000 bond, that doesn't mean what you're putting down on the bond, which would be $1,500.
Again, I've never had to deal with this. I've never had to go to prison or jail or whatever. So this is just like...
Oh, Flyer's never been to jail.
I'm a good girl, Polly, in every time period.
Nice. I want to be...
You don't get caught. Getting caught's for chumps.
Oh, that's what it is. It's not that you're avoiding criminal behavior. It's just that you haven't gotten caught yet. So at some point...
Exactly.
At some point, we can expect to hear that you got arrested for swinging a machete at someone? Is that what I'm
No, God, no.
Yeah, I mean, Eagle's talking about
no,
you get a nice
discreet.
9mm, yeah, for that, I guess.
You gotta be discreet in your machete swing, Polly.
Let me just close this Taco Bell. You have to wonder what. I find it really hard to believe that somebody that would move to swinging a machete at somebody at their work at a fast food joint doesn't have a criminal record. That's a little surprising.
Yeah, I mean, how old was he again?
21.
Maybe it's his, like, first offense or something. And soon he's gonna have, like, a long line of offenses or something. I don't know. But, yeah, honestly, it is a bit surprising to hear that he's never had a record before, which makes you wonder, is this actually his legit name?
Oh, wait, you think he was committing crimes under a different name?
Maybe. Anything is possible.
Okay, I want to get into... there was a story that came up there under the New York Post where it was talking about... what's his name? Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon, do you know who that is?
Not really.
Good. It doesn't matter. Fuck him. He's some asshole that... I remember seeing that guy... It was only like 2 or 3 years ago hosting the Christmas Day parade at Disneyland.
Okay.
So on Christmas Day at Disneyland, they have a parade, right? And it's got Santa's there and all his reindeer and elves and shit. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a parade and you can imagine what a Christmas Day one looks like. That's the level this guy operates on, is that he's taken jobs hosting stuff as corny and cheesy as Christmas Day parades at Disneyland on Christmas morning. Now, the reason this is on is because I'm over at my parents' house for Christmas, and this is what my mom has on. I remember, and I'm thinking, is that Nick Cannon? Now, this guy is also a musician, and he puts out albums where he talks all kinds of hardcore shit, and he has a diss track for Eminem. I couldn't bring myself...
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Damn right.
Wow.
And I couldn't bring myself to read that story because I don't care. Like, Nick Cannon, you're a fool. Like, I mean, he's done lots of shows. Like, I think he did one of those, whatever they're called, celebrity deals, where you sit there and, as a celebrity, and you either dance with other celebrities or you judge people that want to be singers or dancers or something. You know them stupid ass shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he hosted one of those, maybe. But, I mean, that's the level this guy operates on. His big claim to fame is that he married Mariah Carey.
What, the All I Want for Christmas Is You lady?
That's that lady, yes. It's a...
Well, then.
This guy, like, scored so incredibly hard by marrying Mariah Carey, like a multi-quabillionaire Mariah Carey, when he's, like, a jackass nobody. And... I was reading, I saw that article, and I was also covering stupid celebrity tattoos. And when I saw Nick Cannon, I couldn't help but remember that dumbass's giant tattoo. You want to see it, Far?
I think I'm looking at it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm already sharing the screen with you. That is his
Yeah, I was confused as to why you're showing this to me, and I'm like,
There is his giant
it's probably just
tattoo
into like, it's
of
probably
Mariah.
just into like dudes' backs or something.
No, this is the giant ass tattoo that this moron got across his back of Mariah's name in big, huge text.
Yeah.
Now, women for years have been getting tattoos of their
Yeah, don't
men
do that.
on their body. This guy gets
Just don't do that.
Yeah.
Just a fair thing.
Especially when you're a
Why would you
Hollywood
do that?
idiot where people change spouses like normal people change socks. You don't get Mariah. That's how dedicated he is. That's what a little soy boy you are. Because look what you had to do to your back to cover it up. As soon as she divorced his ass, and it's like, now what are you going to do? You're going to walk around with Mariah tattooed on your body so everyone can be reminded how she dumped your dumb ass? Look what he had to cover it up in. I mean, that's really great tattoo art.
Is that? Yeah, it is. But at the same time, it's like, is that a Bible quote?
Yeah. Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. That's one of Jesus' statements up on the cross. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Well, look where it started. Let's not let's bring up gray screen. There it is. This is how he originally covered it up. And it's just he had to come up with something huge to cover Mariah. So he gets like Jesus on a crucifix with, you know, the dove representing the Holy Ghost and all sorts of angelic light coming out of it. And that's what you pick to cover up this fucking embarrassment.
You chose Jesus,
yes.
Of all things.
I find that mind-blowing that he does this, but he feels that he hasn't gone far enough, and everyone knows that he picked something with a really broad top to it to cover up the fact that it had Mariah there. So what does he do?
Yeah.
Well, he covers his entire back with imagery.
Yeah, because apparently that's just what you do. You don't just cover the top of your back with Jesus, you cover your entire back with Jesus.
Yep. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great tattoo art, but everybody knows why you did it.
It is absolutely fantastic and gorgeous art. It's just, dude, you could have solved all this by not getting her name tattooed on your back.
Amen. That's
like
the original point that I take away from
tattoos,
this.
but it's one of those things of, if you're getting a tattoo, you've really got to think about it. That's because that shit's going to be on you for life.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Mariah thought it was a great idea. Because it's not her back. Now, did she have Nick tattooed across her back? No, she didn't. No. And then when she dumped your ass, imagine how stupid you felt. You probably suggested it to her, didn't you? Hey, baby,
yeah.
You want to... how about we get both our names tattooed on each other's backs? And she was
oh no, what is this that you're getting up now?
Well, this is where the idea started from. We're going to talk about the 30 worst celebrity tattoos. And like you said, here are several reminders to think before you ink.
Yeah, think before you ink. That's a good statement, actually.
Some of these are not bad exactly. They're just like, why?
Why?
Like the tic-tac-toe board on your arm.
What? So you can play tic-tac-toe on the go? Or are the pieces like all filled in already?
You see what else is there? There's a little Pac-Man running after a little ghost. See that?
Are you serious?
Yep.
Dude. No one likes Pac-Man that fucking much.
Are you why are you making fun of One Direction there, Far?
Why aren't you making fun of One Direction?
Well, fair enough. I love that this is a One Direction guy, and he's just getting dumb shit like this. Like, this isn't somebody who went to prison and the tattoo was put on with like whatever needle you could find in some, burnt carbon as your ink. Jesus, man.
It's a guy that's like somewhat professional.
Supposedly this guy should be rich, but
yeah, but
that's the best he could come up with.
Tic-tac-toe and fucking Pac-Man.
Yep. And a whole bunch of other crap that's probably just as mean. Like, here's an arrow and
yeah, what the fucking arrows?
Like, you really into archery, man?
No, he'll have that on because it's like arrows are the in thing, man.
Well,
you know?
Birdman for some reason is grayed out. I saw that before. We'll look up Birdman separately. This guy's he's got a giant star tattooed on the top of his head. He's a bald man and shaves the rest of his hair that hasn't fallen out, and he's got a giant red star tattooed on the top of his head. It looks ridiculous.
Why?
Birdman's not that smart of a man. He's kind of a...
Well, I'm guessing he's not because he has the name Birdman.
Yeah.
Like, is he trying to live up to that stereotype that birds are fucking dumb?
Well, he also goes by Baby, if that makes you feel any better.
No, that makes me feel worse.
This is
What
the same,
fuck, man?
This is the same guy who runs the label that has a whole bunch of Southern rappers on it. He's the guy who's kissing all of them in public, including Lil Wayne, on the lips. It's weird. They all kiss each other on the lips in public. It's strange.
That is super strange. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah. It started all these rumors that Birdman here, Baby, is running a weirdo sex ring where he breaks them all down, and it's like, you're going to kiss me in public because I told you to.
Well, Jesus, man.
Yeah. I can't make any sense out of it. I'm not even going to try. Let's go on. Pamela Anderson with the very inventive barbed wire because she was in a film called Barbed Wire.
Oh, Jesus.
Clever.
Yeah, that is so fucking clever.
Mike Tyson
Wow.
defacing his face.
Well, yeah. There he goes.
Yeah. I'm not even sure why. Like, I guess he's Mike Tyson. It's like, what are you going to do? Tell him it looks stupid?
Yeah, that is fair.
Taking your life in your hands. Oh, Megan Fox. Yeah, this is great. She misquoted Shakespeare on her arm. On her back, rather.
Oh, shit. That's... Wow. Wait, what is she quoted as?
We will all laugh at the gilded butterflies, which is a misquote from Shakespeare.
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm sure she thought it was deep.
Yeah, we will all laugh at the gilded... What?
Yeah, Ebony Williams says facial tattoos are a big no. I heard a porn star in an interview say one time, doing porn is like getting facial tattoos. It'll always be there and people will always look at it.
Well, that's a fair point.
This is, I mean, Megan Fox has just got it. Like, I mean, she's also got a piece of Japanese kanji on the back of her neck. Who knows? It probably means like strength or wisdom or heart or something else equally
But it really means soup.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Melanie Griffith has Antonio Banderas' name tattooed on her arm. They're not together anymore. Bless you.
Thank you. You don't say.
Yeah. The tattoo Melanie Griffith got for Antonio Banderas lasted way longer than their relationship.
Oh, shit.
I wonder if what's her name's going to be in here. Angelina Jolie. She got Billy Bob Thornton's name tattooed on her, which she then subsequently got covered up with another tattoo because they broke up.
Yikes.
Yeah. Christina Ricci's back is adorned with this funny-looking lion.
Oh my god. What?
I mean...
Yeah, that is... I mean, it's not the worst
it's
thing
not.
on here, but it's still kind of like...
It's just kind of goofy looking. It's not bad exactly. It's just kind of goofy
yeah.
looking. Let's see. The better part of Mina Suvari's upper back is covered in this tattoo reading Word Sound Power.
Word sound power?
Yes.
What's that supposed to mean?
You got me. Is she a singer? I don't even know who this is. Who's Mina Suvari? Chat, who's Mena Suvari?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Let's see. Sophia Bush has something that resembles a Wi-Fi strength indicator on her arm.
Well, she's got to know what the Wi-Fi is, you know?
It's not even well done. It looks like your friend
No.
did it with a fucking sewing needle.
Yeah, what the
Scarlett Johansson made a strange choice to decorate her arm with this sunset.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a sunset?
Yeah, that's so badly done. Oh my
That
god.
is awful. That looks like some 14-year-old got into the markers and started drawing on themselves.
It really does look just like it was done with markers, doesn't it?
Yeah. Which is like, if that's the effect you're going for, then good on ya, but
I got nothing. What's on Steve-O's back? A portrait and words. Oh yeah, he tattooed himself.
Oh, well, shit. I guess that's one way to be like, this is me.
Yeah, it's... British Glamour Jodie Marsh has covered her arm in seemingly unrelated black and white tattoos. Well, yeah, lots of people do. That's not a... Let's see here. Kelly Osbourne proudly sports this lock, key, and the word daddy. Huh.
Huh.
Yeah. Actress from American Beauty, the blonde chick. Really functional. That's who that is? The one that Kevin Spacey was pining after in the movie? Weird. Strange, very early time for me to get a phone call, but I've got to answer this. It's related to work. Far, you take over the bar for a hot second?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Well, this is, the second time this has happened. I have no plans. I don't know. I can't move the screen, so we're kind of stuck on, good old daddy here. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. Okay. The screen moved. I'm just stuck on old daddy here, then. Okay. Okay. I really don't know what to do. Shit. Well, I can't really show things on the screen either because, technically this is not my bar. I am not burning down the bar, Evolve Potato. I like the bar. I am just not, I'm just not well put together to run this shit. Sucker Zero, I have not drawn anything recently. I've been too busy with library shit. And children. Children and libraries. Yeah. Oh shit, can't put things back on shelves properly.
I don't know why people think 7:30 in the morning is a fine time to call people, but, you know, whatever.
Well, because those are normal people hours, Polly.
Yeah, I guess it is. It just, in my mind, it's like, you know, what the hell? I mean, I guess
What,
I could have
do
just,
they-
like,
do they
let it go to
not know?
message and get it later, but that means I would have had to have called her back, and I don't want to.
You don't want to. You don't want to call people back.
Well,
Getting
no,
it
this is
over
about a research contract that I'm finishing up, and I'm looking forward to it being done. So, yeah. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
We were looking at Kelly Osbourne's weird daddy tattoo.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, that raises questions that she shouldn't want to have to answer. It's weird. Let's see. Nick Casavetes. Do you know who that is?
No, I have no clue who that is.
Oh, wow. Neck tattoos. Whoa, shit. Scrolling action got a little heavy there. Nick Casavetes, director of The Notebook, had his ex-wife's name tattooed on his neck.
Yikes,
What?
dude.
Yeah, neck tattoos are as bad as face tattoos. And was she your ex-wife at the time you got that tattoo? That's the way that reads.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of weird.
That's strange.
Like, yeah, like,
Well,
Huh.
Hold on. Hayden who? Hayden Pataretti, Pantaneri, whatever, tattoo is meant to say, live without regrets, but it was regrettably misspelled. Hayden's tattoo isn't the only scandalous part of her life. Her 14-year age gap with hubby Waldemir Kitschliko could earn her a spot on our... whatever. 14 years? Like, you're 20, your man's 34? Is that really so scandalous?
Not really.
No, it's not at all. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's only scandalous if he, like... If, like, when the relationship started, you were, like... He was, like, what, 20 and you were 12 or something?
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's nothing even... Anyway. This just seems like just a desperate attempt. I'd like to know what it actually says. Live without regrets, and looks like it's in French. I wonder how
Maybe.
it's off and what way it's written wrong. Is it just like grammatically incorrect and doesn't make any sense? Wow, that's pretty bad. Bing Ling's back bears this image of a cheetah chasing a rose.
Oh, is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, you can kind of see the rose over here a little bit. It just doesn't look good. Like,
No, none of that looks good. Holy fuck.
Let me get the band to be a little bit louder here. A little quiet. There we go. Adrena Patteridge sports this oversized snake wrapped around an apple on her neck. It's too weird and colorful. Like you'd think it was like flower petals or something from a distance.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst, but it's also not the best.
Oh, wait a minute. Ryan Walters brings up a good point. How is that Takashi guy not on this list? Like Takashi 6ix9ine? Good call.
That is a fair point.
Fucking good call. You don't think the big 6ix9ine on your one side of your cheek and then all over your forehead and then a million little 6ix9ines all the way down your chest and arms and shit? I bet you regret that now. Shia LaBeouf.
That was a good idea. There were always good ideas. You can't tell them otherwise.
Shia LaBeouf's fingers read 071 crew and give a shout out to Bakersfield, California.
What does any of that mean?
What a loser. I mean, just overall, this guy. It's just
well, yeah, Shia LaBeouf, yeah, he's a fucking loser, but what does any of that mean?
I remember girls talking about this guy like, he's so cute, and then all of a sudden, he just turned into a weirdo, mentally unstable bum. Like, whenever you see him in public now, he dresses like a fucking bum.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, good point. Wandering Lisa says, does he have a "he will not divide us"? He should. If anyone should,
yeah,
it's
that'd
this
be
guy.
the ultimate cap to the flag.
Yeah.
Not cap to Shia LaBeouf now. He is the flag.
Ed Sheeran.
Sheeran?
Perplexingly adorned his arm with two faceless people getting down.
What?
I don't even know what that means. Two dancing people on his arm, I'm guessing.
It's either one or two things. The dancing thing or they're fucking.
Oh, right, yeah. I just assumed they were dancing. They might very well be fucking.
Yeah, like, or they be getting down, yo.
Tech Train says it's a Garden of Eden reference. What is 071 crew? Or what was the one before that? Oh, the snake and the apple. No, I get that. That's
obviously.
Well,
that's an obvious thing, but it's like it
doesn't
still
look very good.
Yeah, I think that's more where we were coming from. Like, yeah, we get the reference, but
let's see. The tattoo running down the center of David Beckham's forearm is supposed to be his wife's name in Hindi, but it's misspelled.
Well. Oh, Jesus, man.
Oh, Lena Headey, who's actually a pretty sexy woman when you look past all the tattoos. Game of Thrones star Lena Headey's back is covered in faded flowers and one big bird. Jesus.
What is it with celebrities getting these shitty tattoos? Oh, wait, that's right. no one tells them they shouldn't do it, so they go and do it anyway.
Yeah. And every movie she's in, they have to...
Cover it up, don't they?
Yeah, they cover it up through...
That's usually what they have to do.
Through a combination of makeup and CGI, especially with Lena Headey, because she ends up being in all these roles where her shoulders and arms are bare and her back is bare. Like when she played Gorgo in 300 and 300 Rise of an Empire. It's like she's wearing like toga-looking Spartan outfits. So it's like, you know how much money they had to dump just to cover up all her tattoos? Wild.
Yeah, probably a fucking shit ton.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Chaos Eve is here. How's it going, Eve?
Yeah. Hi, Eve.
Lil Wayne has 3 teardrop tattoos. Person shorthand for the number of people someone has killed. Yeah, that's not true. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, at one point it was true, but this guy's just got a million tattoos all over his body, neck. Little things that don't mean nothing. And what is with a whole bunch of rappers, especially like lean drinking southern rappers, getting crosses between their eyes, and then a whole bunch of them got into demonic shit, having upside down crosses and all kind of satanic symbolism all over their bodies. Just what the fuck, guys? Stop drinking cough syrup. It's frying
Cough
your
syrup,
brain.
not even once.
Right. Rihanna. Oh, what did you do? Rihanna's French neck tattoo says Flower Rebel instead of Rebellious Flower. Whatever. Same meaning, and you're still just as stupid. She's got some weird bust problems working here. You see this?
Yeah, what is up with that?
She's got armpit rolls. But she's not like a fat girl. I don't understand what's happening there. Her dress is really cutting into her.
Yeah, it has to be.
Amanda Seyfried, has a British slang for vagina tattooed on her foot. Why?
What is it that she's got there?
Was it, what, minge? Or whatever?
What, fanny?
British slang for vagina?
Yeah.
Fanny is slang for
Yeah.
I thought that would be ass.
No, for you guys it is. For us it's not. Like, we carry that term here as well. Man, it was so fucking awkward reading some American comics that have the word fanny in it referring to ass. Let me tell you. And having to have your mother explain to you, no, that is not a word you can use.
Do you think her high heels are tall enough?
No, they gotta be taller.
Like,
Gotta be so tall they reach the sky.
I mean, those are some, like, that's beyond 6-inch heels, isn't it? Aren't those like full, like, 7 or 8 inch? Jesus Christ, woman.
No idea. I don't really mess around with heels that much.
I mean, Rich says, Polly, sorry Rihanna's not hot. I know you don't think so also, but she ain't. No, she ain't. She never has been. She's weird looking. Tired of people talking about Rihanna as if she's hot. She cleans up well. All right, I'll give you that, but no, she's never been hot. I don't even get people. They can't afford cough syrup. They drink Robitussin. Yeah, they're drinking anything that's got extra codeine in it. And you know what? That's the thing. You hear people talking about scissor and lean and every other damn thing. It's not just that they're drinking. They're downing it with Xannies and every other kind of fucking pill they can get their hands on. Molly like fucking crazy. Like it's pills and codeine syrup that they're drinking. Like they're a bunch of hop heads in addition to being a bunch of codeine addicts. And it's not just codeine, it's every other goddamn thing that's a psychedelic when you drink enough of it that's in cough syrup. These people have fried their fucking brains. They're a bunch of Xanax zombies. Have you ever seen an interview with Lil Wayne? He is fried. You ever seen an interview with Savage 21? He's fried. These guys are musical heroes, man. Whew. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga's back is decorated with these less than professional looking pieces.
I mean, it's more professional than the other half of the shit you've seen on here.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Oh, Snooky. There's a name I haven't heard in long enough. Jersey Shore star Snooky has a very angry winged cat on her upper arm. And Soldier Boy destroyed his body with a bunch of embarrassing tattoos as well. Soldier Boy's face is loaded with luxury logos. He has a Bentley logo on his temple and the Gucci logo between his eyes. Nothing like becoming a billboard for companies that are embarrassed that you've done that, right?
Yeah, right? Jesus, man.
It's certainly not just him. Lots of people do that. Lots of MCs do that, associate themselves with stuff. It's like Blueface. It's got a giant, like, you know, on the $100 bill far, his Benjamin Franklin's face. There's this one guy who passes himself off as an MC, but he actually sucks and can't rhyme on beat, and he just calls it his style. He's got a giant Benjamin Franklin tattooed on his left cheek. Because he's all about the Benjamins, you see? Yeah, it doesn't make you look like a moron at all. Not even a little bit.
No.
Let's see. Rita Ora.
Jesus.
Rita Ora has this less than fresh-looking flower on her hand. Who's Rita Ora?
I don't have a fucking clue.
I think... Is this an actress from Modern Family? Isn't that who that is? I don't watch that show. Oh, here's Angelina Jolie with all her stupidity. There you go. See? Billy Bob, when she was still with the guy. At one point in time, Angelina Jolie had this tribute to Billy Bob Thornton inked on her arm.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. Billy Bob and a dragon. And now it's all... And she's got like 20, 30 different fucking tattoos as well. I mean, there are big ones on her back. And she got like whatever Asian Pacific island that she stole some of her adopted kids from. They do... Or is it Polynesian? That they do traditional tattoo art there. It's part of their...
Yeah, Polynesian sounds about right.
Yeah, and she got her old back tattooed with one piece that was done in the traditional style with old school needles and shit. And it's like, oh, good for you, you know. Support the local economy before you steal one of the kids. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care one way or another. I just like mocking Angelina Jolie. I'm not sure why. I've never liked her, so I'm just an ass about it.
No, it's fair.
Chris Brown. You may or may not recall that Chris Brown violently abused his one-time girlfriend Rihanna. Yeah, I know. Here you'll see that he appears to have
everyone recalls that.
Yeah. He has a tattoo of a woman with a black eye. Really?
Oh, dude.
What?
My dude.
Is it just me, or did Chris Brown straighten his hair?
It looks like it. Huh.
Like, I mean, there's lots of different hair textures in the world, I guess. But I didn't think if he grew his hair out, it'd be that straight. That looks like my hair.
Yeah.
Except I don't have the forward balding problem or his Cro-Magnon forehead shape. Look, come on, seriously, look at that forehead slope, man. The guy's got a weird head.
Yeah.
And, like, Chris Brown, you're supposed to be a fucking multimillionaire, man. You can't afford a more even fade than that. Cut your hair.
His mom?
Yeah. The woman he gave a black eye to.
What, he abused his mom too?
That's funny that he's got a tattoo of a woman with a black eye. I wonder if that's really the way it is, or it's just bad shading on a tattoo. That's funny.
Oh, Jesus. You'd kind of hope it's just bad shading, but at the same time, that's really fucking funny.
Oh, man. This guy. I'm just staring at that picture going, like neck tattoos, or it's like Ebony said, nothing above the collarbone. I guess when you're a rapper, celebrity, person, entertainer, whatever, you feel the need to do that. See, I got real upset. One of my favorite MCs out there right now is J. Cole. And J. Cole had this one lyric that kind of pissed me off. He was like, he wrote this one track as like an open letter to MCs younger than him. And there was a bunch of discussion and debate on who he was particularly aiming this song at. Because the whole song's written as if it's a letter of, like, let me give you some advice. And during this track, he said, I forget the rhyme and structure because it's been like at least a year since I've listened to it, but he said, don't you realize that most of your white fans, because the majority of people who buy hip-hop are white, just demographically, it's the way that it works. Most of your white fans want you like that. They want you tatted up from your head to your toes. Don't you realize that in the ghetto, that's the way they think it go? And it's like, no, J. Cole, you're wrong. Like, you're just wrong. Don't try and blame that on artists trying to live up to stereotypes of black men that white people have. We expect them to have all tattoos, therefore they feel the need to do it. Don't pass it along like that. These are dumbass decisions made by a bunch of Xanax zombies that are trying to stand out from the crowd in the lamest way that they can come up with. And what they come up with is, I'm going to tattoo my face and neck and whole body. Like, don't give me that. Because tattoos have been around for fucking years before 18 and 20-year-old MCs with no discernible talent decided to start tattooing their fucking faces. Come on. That got me upset. You know what I mean, Far?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to move on to something a little bit more seasonal. What?
No, nothing.
What are you in for? Because you saw the story, you don't want to cover it? Is that what's going on?
No, I actually haven't looked up. Oh, great. Oh, great.
Yeah.
What's this gonna be? Gonna be more German Christmas pickle shit?
Well, I mean, Rich said Eve has to go to work today. And I should be ashamed that I didn't invite her in. Eve always has a reserved stool at the bar. She knows that. But I also know it's a work day for her. That's why I didn't send her a link. Polly, do you have an undercut? No, my hair's grown out pretty far right now, so. Let's see.
What is it like 70s hair shag?
No. Jesus, no. Back when I watch stuff from the 70s, I just think, get a haircut. And I don't mean a particular one because it's too long. I just mean a haircut where it doesn't look like, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Let's see. Strange and wacky Christmas food facts. Yeah. I'm still hung up on the Christmas food thing because, it's a Christmas tide season. I love this idea that candy canes were invented to keep kids quiet. Doesn't mean I don't want them.
Yeah.
Legend has it that candy canes were invented in 1670 when the choirmaster of the Cologne Cathedral commissioned candy shaped like a shepherd's hook so they could be handed out to children attending the church's creche scene in order to keep them quiet. The stripes came later. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, neither.
It's like, here, kid, shut up.
Shut up, have a candy cane.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Pop-Tart's here. Hey, Pop-Tart.
Hi.
Okay. Let's see. It's fading fast here, Chad. Excuse me. Sugar plums had nothing to do with plums. Well, yeah, I know. Like, mincemeat pies don't actually have meat in them, guys.
Yeah, which is a lie.
What?
The mincemeat pies don't have mincemeat in them. What a fucking ripoff.
Well, it's an old-timey word for meat. Like, crushed up fruits were called meat as well back in the day.
Fucking lies. That's what this is.
I realize that in Aussie land, meat pies are a staple, and I was really surprised by that, chat, when I was like, you have to specify a fruit pie, because if you just say a pie, then an Aussie's going to think you might mean a meat pie, or is more likely to think you mean a meat pie.
Well, yeah, because, fruit pies, well, they are a thing here. It's the meat pies, man.
I like meat pies. I have no problem with meat pies. They're good. It's just when we say pie, like, Pop-Tart's a big maker of pies. She can back me up on this. We tend to think fruit pies. And then if you want a meat pie, we specify a meat pie. You just
Yeah,
don't. You just don't have a strong enough tradition of fruit pies. That's the problem.
Oh, are you going to change the Australian tradition? Is that what you're trying to say?
I am more than aware enough that there is no changing Aussie tradition. That's
Yep.
From the Sugar Plum Fairy to visions of sugar plums dancing in children's heads, sugar plums definitely have a place in Christmas lore. But what are they exactly? You might not have guessed by their name, but these sweet treats are a type of candy. No, I knew that. When they first came around in the 1600s, the term plum denoted any dried fruit, and typically sugar plums are made of a combination of dried fruit and spices that are then rolled into balls, then coated with a hard candy shell. Well, these kind of look more like sugar or sour-covered gummies.
These are the first gummies.
But these
basically.
Don't these look good? I think these look fucking awesome.
No, they do.
Especially if they're covered in that, like, sour sugar that I like so much. Yeah. Let's see. Number 3. Animal crackers were originally a Christmas treat. Oh, that's awesome. Animal crackers were first introduced around Christmas time in 1902. The string on the box was originally intended to be used to hang the boxes on Christmas trees. No shit. I did not know that. Fruitcake was intended to last all year. You know, if you've ever received a fruitcake as a gift, you probably know that all those suckers can last for a long time without ever going bad, thanks to the preservative properties of the sugar and all the booze they contain. Actually, that's part of the design. They originally intended to be baked at the end of the harvest season and saved to be eaten at the beginning of the harvest season the following year, for good luck. Really? A full fucking year? Are you sure they just didn't do that so, like, you know, just for preservation without refrigeration? I don't know about that good luck story. That sounds made up.
I don't know, but either way, the fruitcake is fucking gross. Just saying.
100 years ago, mincemeat pie did have meat and fruit together?
Ew.
That's weird. I can deal with a fruit pie or a meat pie, but a fruit meat pie?
No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong. No.
Like, I'm trying to think in some kind of recipe where fruit and meat go together. It's got to happen somewhere where I like it.
I mean, maybe curries, but I'd consider that a bit different, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I got nothing.
Like, that it's in the sauce.
Yeah, I
Whereas
guess.
I mean, like saying
tomatoes are technically a fruit, but...
No, I mean, like, I'm thinking, like, a mango curry or something like that, you know, shit like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm
chutney.
thinking in that context. Yeah, that context, you know, but... No, not in a pie.
Mince pie was originally topped with a Jesus effigy.
Okay.
Like a Jesus effigy? You mean a crucifix? Earliest mincemeat pies date back to medieval times, if not earlier, and typically included minced meat, suet, fruit, nuts, and spices like cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. Do you want to know what suet is, Far? I can tell you in detail.
What is it?
Well, because I've been reading all them old colonial cookbooks. They call for suet, and you got to know what suet is. It's the cooked, rendered fat from animals that come from in and around the shoulder joint and around the kidneys, which is a different fat from everywhere else in the body. And it's that was basically their lard of a sort, but it was for baking and making cookies and stuff like that. Yeah, you would suet was crazy important. They would fry stuff in it and so on. So it's that particular kind of fat. And I was watching this video over on if any of y'all ever watched the Townsend channel on YouTube, which you should if you're even remotely interested in the colonial period. Really fascinating. Anyway, they're like, yeah, so a half cup of suet, and they always say S-U-E-T, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Well, they have a whole video on just explaining what suet is, and the British still have it, a suet substitute that you can buy like in a package, and when you render it out and boil it out, it comes in like blocks, cubes, like you can buy lard now, that kind of thing. But if you want to
Yeah.
remake those colonial recipes, you're going to have to get yourself some of that stuff. So anyway, the pie was originally crustless, but over time a crust was added, and a pastry effigy of the baby Jesus was traditionally laid on top. Today, thankfully, meat usually isn't an ingredient. What do you mean, thankfully? What's wrong with meat pies?
Probably means together with the fruit.
Yeah, I am thankful for that part. Let's see. Turkey wasn't the main dish at medieval Christmas feasts. Well, why should... I'm really hoping it's not a peacock. Roast turkey or another type of poultry is the main protein in a typical British Christmas dinner today. But back in medieval times, the preferred poultry was actually peacock. Oh my god. Boar was also a Christmas mainstay. It wasn't until Henry VIII had turkey for Christmas in the 16th century that it became the norm. Peacock?
Yeah, that is what?
I don't know. I don't know what to
Peacock.
think about that. I mean, what a hell of a job just plucking the fucking thing you'd have. Then I think
Also,
they...
would it have actually have tasted good?
Well,
You know?
especially because it's
I mean, obviously it would have had to, otherwise I wouldn't keep eating it, but...
Well, I don't know. It was medieval times.
True.
Maybe that's as good as it got. And I'm surprised that they're using, like... When they say a peacock, do you mean, like, the birds of which the peacocks are the male of? Or were you eating the peahens? Because cocks are not really... everyone's going to laugh now. The males are not really good tasting. That's why you have, like, the roosters. You don't eat roosters unless they're cap-ons that you've denutified. Still haven't had one of those. I want to try a cap-on. Capon. I don't know how to say it. I've only seen it written. That's a castrated rooster, Far.
Yes, I have heard before.
Oh, okay.
You've talked about this before.
Well, and I still haven't had one since then. Oh, look at this. Australians usually grill on Christmas. Bunch of weirdos.
It's not that weird.
It's funny to think that Christmas falls right in the middle of summer down under, but it does. The meal is still based on traditional English and North American traditions, but in order to avoid the hot oven, most Australians actually prepare their Christmas dinner on the Barbie. I don't know, chat. We got a bunch of Aussie guests, and always do, because we love our Australian contingent here. Do you grill? Like, because this article from Fox News makes it sound like you can't have Christmas dinner without a grill.
We don't, but I don't fucking know.
That I'm not gonna lie, that barbecue right there looks pretty good. And I mean, what they got there are ribs. They say the meal is still based on traditional English and North American traditions. Really? Pork ribs? I mean, I'm fine with pork ribs being served for Christmas dinner in addition to everything else. I definitely want a turkey or a ham there. Or a goose. I really want to do the goose this year. But I don't know. Let's see. Christmas dinner usually contains over 7,000 calories. Look at that. I love that. Look at that splay right there. A turkey and a ham. Hell yeah. That looks fucking awesome. Look at the stuffing bulging out of that turkey. That's a huge bird, too. Fantastic. What is this? Cubed yams all around the ham? That's great.
Look, that ham is all mine.
That gravy back there is looking a little weak, though, huh?
That's gravy?
I think that's supposed to be gravy in a gravy boat.
Ew.
Looks a little weak, right? Like it's kind of...
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Like it should be darker with more seasonings and such.
Yeah, it should definitely be more darker.
Huh. Between the wine, mixed nuts, multiple helpings of turkey, and sides, pie, cheese, and booze, the eating and drinking done during Christmas Day alone could add up to more than 7,000 calories per person, according to one study. Maybe skip over that second piece of pie. Probably don't. It's just a colorful pheasant, Pincalo says. I'm assuming in reference to the peacock. Yeah. I mean, if it's just... I mean, I've had pheasant on more than one occasion. If it's just like that, then had something that really closely approximates a peacock then. Oh, functional. Excuse me. Most of the animals we eat are female. Shh. Don't let the feminists find that out. They don't need another talking point about worldwide patriarchy. Can you imagine that? Culinary feminism? That'd be a thing so fast it'd make your head spin. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
You talk about this as if it probably hasn't happened.
That's a good point. It's like internet rule 107. If there's a way that a feminist can bitch about something and turn it into a patriarchal oppression, it will be. So food. I mean, I've heard the complaint about raping cows for milk production. That one I've heard, but you're right. Most of the animals that are eaten are female, from what I understand. I mean, cows certainly are. Poultry, for the most part, as I understand, is. I don't know about pigs, though. I don't know. Are most of the pigs that are harvested for meat sows?
No idea.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
Oh, yeah. Pig Call says, I guarantee people in America barbecue on Christmas. Oh, I'm certain of it. I mean, look how common deep frying turkeys is. I've had deep fried turkey. I wasn't impressed. It was good. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed that turkey, but it wasn't something over and above a proper basted roasted turkey, in my opinion. Everyone talks about, oh, well, the hot oil seals the juices in. It's the juiciest turkey you've ever had. Hey, a proper breast down turkey, properly basted in a right temperature oven. No, it was juicy and delicious. I want to go to Japan for Christmas. You can get KFC here.
Yeah. Yeah, and better yet, you won't have to pre-order it.
I can't look away from that ham, Far. That's why I haven't taken the picture down yet. Look at that ham.
Yeah, oh my god, take it down.
Don't you just want to take a big slice off that fucker? I mean,
I do, and that's what I'm telling you. Take the picture down. Holy fuck.
That's my favorite pork product of them all, is a ham.
Ham?
Yeah. It's, you get in those conversations on streams, right? What, if you could only have one of the following for the rest of your life, what would it be? What's your favorite? What's the first one you would get rid of if you could? If I had to get rid of one food between seafood, pork, poultry, and beef, it would be pork. That'd be the first to go if I had to choose. Yeah. Yeah. Because I just don't like no. It's like, what about bacon? And you can make bacon out of plenty of other animals. And it's, I buy turkey bacon, and I don't care what anybody says. You like bacon not because you like pork, it's because you like salt, smoke, and fat. And with good reason. Salt, smoke, and fat are awesome. But, you can salt, smoke, and fat other things. Needn't be pork. But a ham, nothing tastes quite like a smoked ham. Nothing.
But you'd still be willing to get rid of the fucking ham.
I would...
For shame. For shame.
I would grudgingly give up pork, but I would. What? If you had to give up one, what would it... Well, seafood for you, right? It would be?
Yes, but probably either that or beef.
Oh, really? Beef? That's rare that someone would be willing to give up beef. Usually people are like, no, that's the last thing I'd give up, etc.
No. The last thing I'd be giving up is the fucking pork.
Excuse me. Corey says Rocky Mountain oysters, Polly. That's not seafood. You know better than that. Oh, man.
So
I'm fading fast. Yeah, I got to get this picture off the screen.
Yeah, so before we fade, though, do we want to look at the cursed images?
Oh, yes. Actually, hold on. Let me just open up the Court of Dis and grab some of the extra pictures that I didn't already open up.
All right. Because, like I said in the chat before all this began, are you guys ready to be scarred for life?
Okay, so I got that one. I got this one. Come on, stupid. Open. So go ahead and tell them the background of what we're talking about here. Why are we looking at these pictures,
Okay.
Far?
Okay, so basically, what I've been doing for the last few weeks is volunteering at a primary school library, okay? And I'm not going to get into the how and why, but that's just what I've been doing, okay?
Because you're a philanthropic person who gives to others.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So, in the course of this, though, I have come to understand that there's quite a few questionable choices made with a lot of art to do with children's stuff. Specifically Australian art, because quite a few of these are Australian products. Just saying.
Uh-huh.
And I have been, when I've been able to, I've been trying to take pictures of these, and they are varying degrees of cursed.
They're not that bad. Okay,
Some of them are pretty fucking cursed. Like, really. The bear?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cursed. Yeah, the downy tiger? Also pretty fucking cursed.
Yeah.
And it's... I've been kind of just collecting these over the past few weeks. Just because it's amusing to, you know... I'm using the reactions of people in Discord, and also I thought, hey, you know, why not go on a bigger scale, you know? Go on Noir Bar and curse everyone with these.
I don't understand why these are the things that are brought in for kids to read.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm not quite sure of either. Some of them I remember, like, one series of these, like the dragon one, I remember that from when I was a kid. I never read it because I was never interested in it, but I remember seeing it everywhere. So I think some of it is just holdovers of stuff that kids tend to go towards anyway, if you get what I mean. So it's just kind of like fuck it, we know kids like this, we'll leave it in sort of situation. But others, it's just so fucking bizarre that it's like, holy shit, no wonder my mum was really excited when she could use stuff I drew at school. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like some of the stuff that I've seen come through here, like one of the things isn't even on a book, it's on like a resource pack. Like, so it's not even an actual book kids take home. It's on a thing a teacher would get out and have kids use in class.
All right. So I've got
So it's like, it extends even further than the fucking books. It's like, it's everything. And why? Because fuck kids, am I right?
Fuck kids.
Like, yeah, because they're dumb, right? That it's doesn't matter if you show them quality or not.
Oh, holy shit. Okay, hold on. I think I accidentally closed the first one that I definitely wanted to show.
What, the dislocated shoulder?
No.
Or the bear?
The bear.
The suspiciously happy bear?
Mm-hmm. There he is. Okay, chat. There we go. This is what...
Yep.
So instead of working...
No, I'm working while doing this. I'm taking a picture, then I'm going right back to work.
So Far's pretending to be working while taking pictures.
Oh my god.
Here's the suspiciously happy bear.
Yeah, and then this, I took pictures of the inside of this as well. Just because it was like, I came back later on, I'm like, okay, I gotta get pictures of the inside too, because it gets fucking worse.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I missed that one.
You missed that one? The wolf?
Yes. Let me just go back.
Yeah.
It's right here. Yeah, what the hell? I think some of these doubled up, but that's fine. That's what happens when you send me 15 different fucking pictures to open in a browser, Far.
Well, I'm sorry, okay?
All right.
I have a lot to share.
So if you, in case you guys are curious, if you ever hire Far for something, she's gonna spend most of her time just shit posting all day long, and
Oh no, I'm not. No, this is like okay. The other thing
There
to
he is.
realize here is that this is partially me going. I'm going to show you this later, because yeah. Fun fact: you can't really get a good reception in this school most of the time, so it's really hard to actually send shit.
So now what Far is seeing here is that she thinks that this seesaw has a sex toy on the end of it.
Everyone has said this. Everyone has
Yeah.
commented, like, is there a sex toy in that?
And the hippo's walking away going, okay, my butthole's done for the day. And now it's the wolf's turn.
Oh Jesus! It's like it's just the worse you look. The more you look at it, the worse it gets.
I think he looks suspiciously happy.
Yeah, very suspiciously happy. Like, holy fuck, man.
Let's go on to the next one here.
Yeah,
What?
the next one.
Oh, the amazing high quality
dislocated
art.
shoulder kid.
Yeah. We conjectured that the artists for these books has not been paid very adequately, and that's why some of the art ends up being so.
Yeah, which is like okay, whatever, but still, take some pride, man.
Take some pride, man.
No, it's still a thing of like, okay, so you're not getting paid much, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but still, it's not really that much of an excuse.
I don't know. What do you think, guys? You think that the artist here was underpaid, or that they're just an incredibly incompetent artist?
I mean, I'm willing to go with both. That they're just underpaid, but also incompetent. Because I kind of get the feeling, is like, as much there is a lot of good art for kids out there, there's also shit like this, which makes me wonder: are actual good artists really rare in this business or something? You're more likely to see shit like this than actually decent stuff.
Oh, here's the fart flying dragon.
Ah, yes. Yeah, this is the one I remember seeing. Like, as a kid. Never read it. It's only now I've had to flip through this shit that I'm seeing it.
See, one of the other problems going on is like, because my browser will load.
Yeah, you see?
Okay, this one's a little creepy. I'll grant you that. This one's a little fucking creepy.
Well, here's the thing with these ones I've noticed, because I was like looking at them going, how have they done this? And what they're doing is they're not even actually drawing it. It's 3D models on a set. So they've made these 3D models of all these characters, and they've just, taken screenshots over and over again of them doing different things. And
no, Far's cutting out. What's going on over there, Far?
what?
What? You just kind of cut out there.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh shit, okay.
Well, maybe not for everyone, but you did for me.
Okay, weird.
Right.
I was just saying, it's like they're just using 3D models on a set, so they're taking pictures of it, right? Doing different things, but instead of it looking charming, it just looks super creepy.
Like that kid's face?
Yeah, like exactly like that kid's face. That's some creepy ass shit right there. You know?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. All right. There we go. Yeah, you do. See? Like, it just, as soon as it fucking magnifies, it drops right back down again. The browser doesn't want to cooperate. There we go.
Kid.
On Mac. That kid, yeah, he looks creepy.
Yeah, no, there's no way about it. That kid looks fucking creepy.
Let's see. Move on here. Come up, little ladybird, said the spider. Come up and see me.
Yeah, that's just like
I don't know,
all
chat.
kinds of
Does
no.
does that's not exactly as charming as Charlotte, is she? Look at her.
Yeah, there's nothing charming about that. There's absolutely nothing.
Come up and see me.
Jesus. Yeah, come up, and I can eat you. I mean, talk to you. Yes. Jesus, man.
You can tell by the amount that I'm magnifying here, chat, why it's these images aren't staying well. Oh, here's where that image went. Hippo on his way home
there
after
we
a good
go.
butt reaming.
Yep, there he is.
Move on to the other one. Yeah, they're a little high res, so my browser doesn't keep.
Well, yeah, the twins are right. Yeah.
I'm just saying, those two kids look a little stereotypically triple parentheses, if you know what I'm saying. They
No,
just...
I know. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man.
You see what I mean? My fucking cursed though? Like, holy fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The twins were surprised, alright?
Here's the Downsy tiger.
Yeah, and then there's Leo the late bloomer. The Downsy ass tiger.
He doesn't even have tiger eyes. He's got like
No.
it's just people eyes.
He doesn't
but...
even have ears, like tiger ears either. It's like
Oh, yeah.
koala-shaped shit. Look
Yeah,
at
he
it.
does have koala ears, doesn't he? I'm turning my head sideways to look at it. It looks all fucked up.
Yeah, like seriously. Oh, Jesus.
I don't understand why they put human ears or koala ears on that tiger. Tigers have like pointed up, like it's cat ears, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not that hard to draw cat ears, guys. Like, holy fuck.
come on, load you. What happens when you try and open? What's inside? It's a baby.
Yeah, no, this one is more because of like the one quote on the right,
Which
like,
says, your mommy's breast grew bigger as her body made special milk to feed you.
it just reminds me of you remember that Will o' the Worst episode where they had the sex cartoon?
Yes, I do.
Yes,
where did I come from? Yeah.
Yeah, where did I come from?
Yeah.
AKA this pretty much the exact same thing I was shown as a 12-year-old at primary school. Fun fact. But it just reminds me so much of that. Of like they're trying to explain it to kids, but they're trying to keep it like
All right.
kids safe.
You know what? I'm not afraid. I'll do it. I'll tell the joke that everyone's thinking of.
Alright.
Let's just say that this book was intended for Democrats.
Oh my god.
What would it say? Not libertarians, not people who are undecided, not people in the middle, not conservatives, not libertarians. I think I already mentioned them. But Democrats.
They did.
It would be what's inside? A clump of cells, is what it would say.
Yes, it would.
An undecided clump of cells grew for about 9 months inside your mommy's tummy, and she decided to keep it there because it's her choice. Your mommy could feel non-distinct kicking here that had nothing to do with life that she could have gotten rid of at any point because that's her choice. Your mommy's breast grew unrelated to the fact that there was a clump of cells growing inside of her. A first guide to the wonderful steps and ways that clumps of cells will eventually develop into a baby at the moment of birth and not a second before, because it's her choice.
Jesus. Man. Oh,
No, but think about it for a second. I know, no politics in the bar, but this entire book is anathema to someone who believes in abortion up until any moment. The whole thing is just hate, right?
yeah.
That's not a baby. It's quit lying with your conservative propaganda book.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, oh god. The weirdest part of this one is as well is the fact that there was only reason this came across to me is because an older student returned it.
Wait,
So
return this?
not even yeah. Yeah, so it wasn't just sitting there, a kid had actually taken it out. It was returning it. So it's just like, oh boy.
My mom told me to return this propaganda.
Yep.
The big toe robbery.
That totally looks like a big toe, yo. Totally. It doesn't look like anything else. Not at all.
Nope. It's not a dick in a box.
Not a dick in a box. Not at all.
I think my chat is running very far behind. I think my chat is running very far behind because I opened all of Far's high-res images in my browser and it ground everything to a halt. So I think Circus Zero said a while back that Polly has his chat box set on top chat. I do not, actually. I've got it set on live chat. Hopefully there isn't stuff being blocked from coming through, if that's what you mean, because it's definitely on live chat. Okay, let's rush through the rest of these here, shall we? We have The Enormous Book of Hot Jokes for Cool Kids.
Yeah, that's a fresh one from right today.
Oh yeah, look, it's got the plastic wrap on it still.
Yeah, you see? That's the cover. That's how they cover the books.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, you see now what I was referring to?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not. It's not like a I forget the fucking word for it now, but it's not like it's stuck onto it. It's an actual wrap around it.
Oh god, they're referencing the spider picture, Far. That's how far behind my chat is.
Oh my god.
What was that, like 3 minutes ago?
That was a while back. Holy
Sorry,
fuck.
guys. Jesus. It'll speed up as I'm closing these. That sucks. See? Donate to Polly's Potato Fund. Donate generously.
Yeah.
Don't be a wimp.
Oh, this. Yep. Don't be a wimp. Look at that. Look at that magnificent specimen right in his face.
This looks like some furry shit, man.
It does. It really does.
I was a scrawny, skinny-chested, pathetic weakling. Now I can order people about. Kick sand in their faces, talk very loudly, lift heavy things, get respect. You want bulging arm muscles, tireless legs, a deep chest, a large wardrobe, and a magnetic personality? Post this now. Do I have to have a pointed head like that and no neck?
Well, it's supposed to be a gorilla.
Well, that body don't look... No, gorillas don't have bodies like that. And gorillas don't wear underwear. Or belts.
Well, if you look at another picture in this, you'll see why they're probably like that.
So Willie and Hugh decided to go to the zoo. Oh my god. Oh my god! Jesus Christ, look at that family. They look terrified as fuck. I see what you meant about the nightmare fuel. My god.
Yep, that is absolute nightmare fuel. And the funny part is, that's a whole book series, right? So it's just this chimp called Willie. I'm pretty sure he's a chimp, right? And like there's a few other references to like this is how humans live in this world. Like there's another scene like in another book where they're showing them in a jungle, but they're also sitting on a couch in the middle of the fucking jungle. It's like, god damn, man.
I just love the fucking look on them, especially the kid's face.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's some nightmare
they're
imagery.
just so traumatized.
Well done.
This is like actually legitimately good art. It's just funny how they've managed to capture how traumatized they are. You know?
See, this shouldn't be in children's books. This right?
No, this is one of those things of like, I don't even know where to begin with this. I really don't.
Oh man.
Because if you notice on the page, it's actually ripped halfway through the face, and it's had to be patched up. Meaning, some kid has probably looked at this, been fucking terrified, and tried to tear the page before realizing, oh no, it's a library book. I have to return this.
Gee, I wonder why these kids are running in terror.
Yeah, I fucking wonder why. Like,
I think we're back to the beginning now. I think this maybe. Oh no, here we go. What?
No, and then that's a rock I found. I found it in a book.
Oh yeah, I see the impression it made right here in the book.
Yep.
You got.
I don't know how it got in there. They had a fucking rock in there.
Well, for the American audience who didn't know better, and any Brits or Canadians or New Zealanders that are here, Australian books come with rocks. I didn't know that
Apparently.
either. What's with the angry? What is this? A deer?
I don't really know what was going on with that. Like, I kind of flipped through, because I was having to flip through them to see if they were damaged, like, so I could go fix them, aka just tape them up and call that a day. But this one, I didn't include the actual book itself, just because I think it was actual kids' art.
Right.
So it's kind of like, well, why would I do that? Like, it's one thing to do this, and it's like, that's an adult doing this. Holy fuck. How do you think this is good? This is good. Oh yeah, that's right, because it's for fucking kids. It's another thing to do that to an actual kid's artwork, you know? Like, I'm not going to do that to a kid.
The irony here is that Rich is far. Trash Polly, he's so far behind. And you probably typed that like 2 minutes ago. Oh, yes, the pregnant turtle.
Yeah, and then... this is... Yeah. Oh, God. I came home, got on Discord. Polly ended up probably going maybe like 10 minutes, half an hour afterwards. And this is like one of the first things I ended up talking to him about. Because, okay, so in doing this, having looked through these books, I came across a bunch of Franklin books. Now, if anyone doesn't remember or even know what the fuck Franklin is, it's just, he's a turtle, apparently. I thought it was a tortoise, but apparently it's a turtle. And he has all his animal friends and yada yada yada. It's that kind of kid shit, right? Well, this is the confusing thing, okay? Of, what the fuck is going on here? Well, you see, in this world, apparently, Franklin doesn't have teeth. So he feels left out from his classmates and friends, because they all get teeth, because they're males. But because Franklin is a turtle, he doesn't get teeth. Okay, that's a cool thing to handle, I guess. So cut to this book, right? Where he's basically being excited because he's going to be a big brother.
And they're having a turtle.
Yeah, and it leads to this kind of confusing thing of they're all kind of like acting around her as if she's
pregnant,
giving birth.
Whereas because turtles lay eggs.
Yeah, and it's fucking confusing as shit. Like, so you have this one thing of he can't lose teeth because he has no teeth, and him being bummed out about that, to then this.
Of pregnant turtle.
Yeah, a pregnant turtle. It's the most bizarre shit. Because I'm sitting there, like, just kind of flipping through it, and of course you're going to pick up a few words here and there, right?
Right.
Yeah, because it's what's going to happen. And, like, I can't help but, like, pause when I'm looking at this one, and then look back at the teeth one and go, what the fuck happened between this and that? To lead up to pregnant turtle. This is like...
I don't know. What I've gathered from all of this, I mean, this is the last image. What I gathered from all of these images is that, I don't know. Australians teach their kids weird
No,
things.
Franklin isn't even an Australian thing, though.
Oh, it's not?
No, Franklin's not Australian. This is all American, I'm pretty sure, with Franklin.
Oh.
So that's your problem.
Oh, excuse me. Well, that's bad news. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, Richard Franklin's fucking your problem. But it's just like, what? Yeah, that one's more like, not even like cursed artwork, it's just more confusion on my part of what the fuck happened here.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the end of my show and tell. I'm glad everyone enjoyed getting cursed. It was pretty fucking fantastic.
So there we go. I had to bring up the OBS screen because it actually has an up-to-date chat on it. So now I can read what people are saying. It's a Jesus turtle. Nice.
Yeah.
Polly, how do you not know Franklin? Okay, Ebony says, how do I not know Franklin? And Circus Zero says Franklin's American. I've never even... I mean, when first showed me the picture of Franklin standing there, I'm like, that looks familiar, but as far as I know, I've never heard of Franklin. Yeah, I was raised on Peter Rabbit.
Yeah, the other thing you have to take into consideration is Polly is pretty much 10 years older than me. Not even pretty much. He is absolutely 10 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like...
I don't know, when was Franklin popular?
Well,
or when did it come out, whatever.
Around early to mid-90s. But it was also directed at much younger kids than you probably would have been at that age.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, and not just that, but you probably just had different interests. I mean, it probably didn't even come into like a big... it probably didn't even come into like being huge until maybe the mid-90s, late 90s, you know?
Becca says, my kids watched Franklin. It was way better than Dora. No, but see, that's a good example. Like, I know who Dora the Explorer is, and
well, everyone knows who that is.
And it's like, I don't have kids, and I'm not watching kids' cartoons, but I know who Peppa Pig is. So it's just weird that this thing is big, and apparently everybody knows it, but I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's probably just one of those weird things that kind of just died off in the early 2000s. And I'd be willing to bet it would just be an age thing. Like, you said it looked vaguely familiar, so you probably did see it somewhere. It's like me and that Rascal Dragon thing with the horrifying 3D models. Like, you saw it, it just was never really a big thing on your radar.
All right, Evolved Potato, have a good night. I think we're going to...
is Franklin from the 80s? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, everything I was seeing for the book stuff was like the 90s.
According to Functional, anyway.
I mean, if it is from the 80s, holy fuck.
Yeah, I'd have to look
it probably just didn't... It probably just didn't become a big thing until like the 90s. I'd be guessing.
Oh my god. I'm so tired.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, guys. I think it's time to close up the bar. I have a whole bunch of crap I got to go do today, and it's around that time I'm hitting the wall anyway. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming by and patronizing Noir Bar. And it is still the Christmastide season, so we'll be able to do a lot of more streams as things go on. What was I saying? Man, I'm really fading fast. Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay, so Franklin is Canadian and from the 80s. So yeah, that would probably fucking explain it.
Franklin's from 1997, according to RVA Dart. Man, I'm just going to have to look it up myself.
Okay. Maybe that's when it became worldwide? I don't really know. I'm just basing this on, what I was seeing from those books. Because I don't really research this shit. I'm not a big Franklin fan.
Well, you recognized him.
No, yeah, because I watched some of the stuff as a kid, you know. But that's about as far as it went.
Yeah. All right, Grand Lionheart. See you later. Okay, and there it is. I'd like to thank everybody who patronized the bar tonight. I'd like to thank Far for keeping me company at the bar, and I'd especially like to thank everyone who tipped their bartender. That's me. It is very sincerely appreciated, guys. Very much so. So, like I said, the Christmas tide season, we'll be doing more streams. And I still got to get around to naming a particular time to get started at, so people will at least have a vague general idea of when to tune in. That's not a bad idea, I think. Yeah. In any case, thanks for coming by, everybody. We'll see you again soon. Have a good night.
Yeah, good night.